So it's day 2 of me starting a show about creativity. It's like really creative. And I just finished editing the second episode with Havi Green. And one thing I noticed that I have to get over is my appearance. I look so red-faced, and the angle was just so unflattering for me. It looks like I have a tiny little head on a big old body, and that just comes from body dysmorphia, and something that's always held me back from actually being on camera was my body and my appearance. And over, I guess since September, I've been on a weight loss journey, and I've lost a little over 35 pounds. It's like ingrained in me to go work out, which has never been a thing I thought I would ever do, and actually look forward to. I try to go 3 to 4 times a week, and actually ask ChatGPT to give me a workout routine. I asked it to, give me a full body workout for a beginner with incremental change over a 3-month period. And I asked it to give me a routine that wouldn't burn me out or bore me, because the gym has always been so fucking boring to me. I used to hate the gym. I would go in there and do the same thing over and over, and just like get on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then like just do that for a month straight, and then be like, okay, I'm never walking again. But now I do, every day's different. Mondays full body, Tuesdays core, Thursdays leg day, Fridays arm day. Saturday I kind of just do what I want. I go to different machines that I don't normally try, and try new things. But all that to say is, like, I will pass by a mirror and be like, okay, Zach, you look pretty good. And that feels great. And what I've realized about camera is just all angles. And I have to get over that or adjust the angle. And so I'm gonna try some new angles. We had a film crew come in the place I work at, and I was like eyeing their film setup because it's like very professional film crew. And I was like, damn, I need like so much more money for better lighting, because I'm filming in my apartment with like a $80 ring light, which it does pretty good, but I need a big overhead light. I need better background lighting, and I have to get over thinking that I can't do anything because I don't have the resources, but I have exactly all the resources I need. And that actually comes with my conversation with Havi in episode 2, which comes out, I think I'm going to launch on either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And, Havi was talking about, I asked Havi what, if he had all the resources in the world, what would be his dream project? And he very bluntly told me, he was like, I don't dream that way. I work with what I have. And I really like that perspective. I want to stick to that perspective. Because I grew up a small town, single mom, not much support. And my imagination really bloomed in that. Like, I was a very creative kid because I didn't have much. I had to figure out some way to entertain myself. And when I was in my early 20s and like starting the healing process, I was angry at first because I was like, man, if I didn't have enough resources, if only I had rich parents, if only this, if only that. But I'm really at a place where I've accepted and I'm proud of where I come from and how it made me even more creative and more resourceful, and just starting things without having to have like really expensive cameras and the best audio equipment and the best lighting and even the best body, you know, because I'm still not at my dream weight. I still definitely have some insecurities around my appearance. And, you know, I'm a host of a podcast, which I never thought I would say. But yeah, those are just kind of some things I was thinking about while I was editing the second episode. The list that I've generated for all the artists in Memphis is getting longer and longer, and I'm so excited to reach out to these people and hopefully get them on camera. I have 7 interviews scheduled, which just blows my mind. Like, people are so open and receptive to this, and it's like, I was reading in my daily readings, and there was a thing about when you find your path, you'll get this childlike sense of excitement. And that's what I have. Like, I feel like everything has led up to this. My love of artists, reading artist biographies, being obsessed with the creative process, like trying to figure out my own process, and wanting to just talk about art. It's all coming together, and I'm very excited to see what happens. So let's see how it goes.